So here we are back at part 2. This is going to be a premiere, as you can see. So let's go back to Renaissance art. Renaissance art is marked by a gradual shift. Jake started going down, losing power, the late 1400s, and it started speeding up in the mid 1400s into the end of the 1400s. You know, when they took down Granada, the last stronghold of the Moors, which were Jake and the Byzantine Empire. The Turks sacked Byzantium and renamed it to this very day Istanbul, Turkey. Before that, it was called Constantinople. I believe it was Byzantium, then Constantinople, then Istanbul, Turkey. If you go to the matter of fact, let me do this, so you don't think I'm just talking out the side of my mouth. Okay. Istanbul, Turkey.
According to Toropia, aside from standout tourist attractions in Istanbul, such as Topkapi Palace, Hagia Sophia and the Blue Mosque, there are also busy bazaars, atmospheric old neighborhoods and thriving dining and nightlife scenes to delve into.
Okay, let me see. Okay, I see Byzantine, inside joke. Let me see. Let me do this. History. Mysteries. History. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, so I put in history Istanbul, Turkey. Though Istanbul may have been inhabited as early as 3000 BCE, before the Common Era, it was not a city until Greek colonists arrived in the area in the 7th century BCE. Those had to be the sons of Japhet. These colonists were led by King Byzas and settled there because of the strategic location along the Bosporus Strait. King Byzas named the city Byzantium after himself. And then it goes into, okay, why did it, Constantinople? Okay, why did they change Constantinople to Istanbul? In 1929, Turkish nationalists advocated for the use of Istanbul in English instead of Constantinople. Constantinople goes back to who? It's named after Constantine. The U.S. State Department began using Istanbul in the 1930s names other than Istanbul. You know what I'm going to do? Let me do this. Let me go to Constantinople. Constantinople.
According to History.com, Constantinople was purpose-built to serve as an imperial capital. The early origins of the Byzantine Empire date to 324, when the Emperor Constantine abandoned the decaying city of Rome and moved his court to Byzantium, an ancient port town strategically located on the Bosporus Strait separating Europe and Asia.
That's when Jake took over. Jake took over long before Constantine was on the earth. So it says Constantinople from the mid 5th century to the early 13th century. That's in that 1,000-year period. Constantinople was the largest and wealthiest city in Europe. The city became famous for its architectural. I got to click on this, it doesn't tell me anymore. But it says, let me get some more. Constantinople became the capital of became the Roman Empire, became the capital of the Roman Empire because Jake took the Romans over. That was a continuation of the Eastern Roman Empire. You had the Western Roman Empire that fell. It says Roman Empire. So this goes out to you, Bishop Nate. I'm trying to help you out, my man. Okay? When you make that statement that Jake came in there in 193 AD, no. Jake was in there as early as 96 AD. Do your research. I know you do research. I'm not knocking you. You be getting down sometimes, but you go off. So I'm here to correct you. Constantinople became the capital of the Roman Empire. So the new Roman Empire, the capital was not in Rome. It was in Constantinople, which is today Istanbul, Turkey. Its founding in 330 AD, following the collapse of the what? What did I just say? Western Roman Empire. That's the part that Esau is ruling. Esau is gradually going down. That's what the rebirth is all about. In the late 5th century, 1400s, Constantinople remained the capital of the Eastern Roman and Jake rulership, the Latin Empire, and the Ottoman Empire, because the Ottoman was fighting against us. The reason why they had the upper hand on us because of prophecy. 1,000 years, we were going to go down, and Esau is going to come back into power. He must rule for a little season. Revelation 20, verse 3, I believe. So if anybody says Revelation 20, the 20th chapter, the first 3 verses, 4 verses at least, first 3 verses, they say something else, they don't know what the hell they're talking about. When you read Revelation chapter 20, you got to think of Christopher Columbus, Queen Isabella, King Ferdinand, Torquemada, the Spanish Inquisition, Muhammad the 12th, which is Abu Del, the last king of Granada. You got to think of those things, and you got to think of Christopher Columbus sailing the ocean blue, coming to a place that he called the New World. And see, you got Jakes out there that say, well, the 400 years from 1619 to 2019, we're out of here. They're off. And then Vocab jumped on it, right? What you got to understand is the kingdom of Judah started being, taken against their wills to the Americas as early as like 1505, 1509. So that's 500 years. Okay, so you know what I'm going to do? Let me show you something here. Okay, let me come back over here. Now it says right here, before I go into it, it says, give me a second. Give me a second here. Come on now. Okay, First Maccabees 3 verse 48, and laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images. So they've been doing that. Anytime they took us over, we always drew images of ourselves, whether it be in the scrolls, books, whatever, on paintings, on walls. We do that now with graffiti. So that's what the Renaissance art was all about, is to gradually shift the power and to destroy those images to iconoclasm and to put up images of themselves. So now we were empowered I'm talking about during the time of Constantine. From Constantine the Great, that was the web said it was 324, 325. Then we started going down, gradually going down, and let's say after 1325, Esau started coming into power. And the same with us, Esau's going, you can see this man's going down. And this truth is overwhelming them. We done fuck these people up so much they don't even make movies on Christ, Jesus, the white Jesus anymore. Because we'll talk about it. And people are, even Edomites, so-called white people, are starting to say, well, we know that Jesus wasn't a white man, because that was the Middle East. Some of them say he looked Arab. And when you say Arabs, what do you mean by the Arab? Are you talking about the TV Arabs? Or are you talking about the real Arabs? The real Arabs have woolly hair and black skin. You know what I mean when I say black. But anyway, I have the icon book. I have the art of the Eastern Orthodox Church. I'm not going to go into them. When you go into the icon books and you read the dates, it dates back to the 1100s, the 1200s, the 1000s, even the 800s AD. So I have this book here called The Passion of Christ. I got it for $1 at a dollar store years ago, maybe 15 years ago. So I was checking out the images, and every image was around late 1400s, 1500s, 1600s, 1700s. Like the earlier ones, you can see that they kind of doctored it up to make it look more Edomized, but they were Jakes. So here's an image right here. This is, I'm not even going to try to read it. This is a 1620. 1620. That's all that. Jesus was a white man. Right there. That was 1620. That was long after the Byzantine Empire was taken down. Trying to get you some good ones. But they call us fucking racist. They call us a hate group. Y'all a bunch of racists. Because you got images of yourself on these different icons. Well, you don't even call them icons. Let me see something here. I'm going to get you another good one. Okay, this is when Judas betrayed the Messiah, and that's in 1602. This is a painting from 1602. You can see that same Charles Manson look on him. That was from 1602. 1602. $1,500. There you go. You got all of them looking like they're Edomites. One of them look just like Esau himself. So this is your highest form of racism, man. Look at this. And you Latin tribes, you love this shit. This is from 1638. (1617), the Messiah or Christ before the high priest. This was 1617. Look at the nose. Look at the face. That same look, and it's based off of not Michelangelo so much, but what's his name? Leonardo da Vinci. Michelangelo came after Leonardo da Vinci, if I'm not mistaken. But you can see he's a cracker. So that's the deception in Revelation. They will deceive the nation. When did they deceive the nations? When Christopher Columbus got over here. (1640 to 1642). Flagellation of the Messiah. And he's a damn cracker. All this mess over a cracker. Inside joke. Every picture in this book, every single picture of this book. This motherfucker looked like the guy from Simply Red, which I believe he's a Jake. I'll give you a picture of him. And this is 1634. He looks like the guy from Simply Red. And that dude could sing his ass off. And I believe he's a Jake, even though he looked like an Edomite. Let's look up Simply Red. I don't got to get into no more of this. Let's get into Simply Red. Singer, Simply Red. Okay,
the singers of Simply Red were Mick Hucknall and Fritz McIntyre.
Okay, McIntyre, so he was Scottish. Okay, if you look at the guy, can I make this bigger? Okay, he's a little older. He's a lot older, matter of fact. Let me see. Okay, this is him right here. He's a lot older. And if you heard, he's a Jake. He's definitely a Jake. He looked like an Edomite. That's the lead singer, the guy in the middle of Simply Red. You know what I'm gonna do? Let me do this. I want to go to and go on top. Mick Hucknall. He's from out of Manchester. Wow, he's 60 years old. 62. Born, 62. I'm trying to get his famous song. me do this. Songs, simply read songs. His most famous song, he can sing. He sing like a Jake. He sings like a Jake. Apostle Gabar could help me. Yeah, but he can sing. I mean, I obviously can't play his songs, but anyway. So let's go back to Renaissance. I'm going to show you something that this devil doesn't believe in the Most High. The Most High is not in all his thoughts. What is that? Psalms, I believe that's Psalms 10. Matter of fact, I'm positive. What does it say in Daniel 12 and 10? It said, but the wicked shall not understand. They don't understand. The Most High is not dealing with any of these Edomites. And this whole Renaissance thing, or the fact that America, the Constitution, you have the right to serve your own, whatever religion you want to serve, that goes back to secularism. And you got a term, let me do this. Okay, what are the 5 characteristics of the Renaissance art? Get ready to close. The positive willingness to learn and explore, faith in nobility of man, humanism. They deal with humanism, which is against the Most High. The discovery and mastery of linear perspectives, rebirth of naturalism. Rebirth of naturalism and secularism. Witchcraft is based upon naturalism. So let's look up the word naturalism. The Lord says, suffer not a witch to live. When you go to Isaiah 47 verse 10 on down, it speaks about their powers coming from the left-hand side. The scriptures speak about the mistress of witchcraft. This spirit is the mistress of witchcraft. I saw 3 unclean spirit-like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon, come out of the mouth of the false prophet, and out of the mouth of the beast. For these are spirits of devils. These are devils. I'm talking about the elite. The average Edomite don't know what's going on. They're clueless. So when you tell them that, they get all messed up. So you're coming down. Esau is the end of the world gradually, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. We're coming up gradually. So you never should have put, like one of the Rockefellers, which one? Gabar always quotes him, mentions him. What is his name? I can't remember his first name. He was a senator, Senator Rockefeller. Let me do this. Senator Rockefeller, J. Rockefeller, he made a statement. You know what I'm going to do? Let me do this. Quotes from Senator J. Rockefeller. Okay, let me see if I can find that quote. wow. Here's the first one. We will push through healthcare reform. That was when Barack Obama was in there. They used him regardless of the views of the American people. So they do it. They don't go by what you think. They're telling you what you got to do. This whole reset thing is what they got to do. Is what they want to do. Has nothing to, they don't want to hear your opinion. Let me see. Let me do it this way. Yeah, you can get into the mind of these people by going by their quotes. They tell the truth on themselves. Wow, this is a good quote. Let me read this quote. It says, this is one of his quotes, J. Rockefeller. One of my problems, so to speak, is that in America we tend to think in relatively short term. In the Middle East and Asia, these ancient countries, and other parts of the world, they think in terms of centuries or 500 years or 1,000 years. Was not this man taken down for 1,000 years? Was not we put up for 1,000 years? You know what I'm gonna do? Let me do this. Hopefully it'll come up. Okay, they don't even got the quote in there. Well, the statement that he made, let me do this here. Just bear with me. Come on now. See, they don't have his quote here. Oh, I got it. J. Rockefeller, Senator J. Rockefeller, internet should have never existed. So why did he say that? Because this truth is coming out through the internet. So he got mad and said the internet should have never existed because the internet brings truth. So this is the Most High's internet. So let me breeze through this. So let me look up the word naturalism. Naturalism is a philosophy, a theory that relates scientific method to philosophy by affirming that all beings and events in the universe, whatsoever their inherent character may be, are natural. That's why they say if a man wants to be a woman, he can be a woman. You know, if a woman wants to be a man, she can be a man. If a man want to lay down with another man, he can lay down with another man. He can lay down with animals. Woman can lay down with another woman. So this is not a religious place. This is not a God-fearing place. Trump, when he swore in, he didn't say nothing. He didn't pass any laws to come against the alphabet people. So this is a secular place. These people are not of the Most High. Okay, now let me I looked at the word secularism, right? Secularism, the principle of separation of the state from religious institution. Separation between church and state, meaning you can have any religion that you want in this country. If you go to an Islamic country, matter of fact, when they made the movie X with Spike Lee, when that crew went over there, in order for them to film in Mecca, they had to become Muslims, and they converted to Islam. Then when they went back to the Americas, they denounced Islam. Okay, secularism stands for no discrimination and partiality on grounds of religion and equal opportunity to follow all religions. That's why witchcraft is protected in this country. The alphabet people are protected in this country. This is why they really can't mess with us. That's why they're trying to demonize us. As long as we're out there speaking, we're exercising our First Amendment right under the spirit of secularism and the right to the press, which is the internet, and a right to free speech and religion. If you have a religion that hates a certain people, well, that's part of your religion. Your religion is part of it is hate. And guess what? Christianity is pure hate. Anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom.